Well, I was actually speaking to Disney about a completely different project, and they thought that I would be good for McFarland. So I read the material and I was really inspired, obviously. What spoke to me was the story, to be perfectly honest. Jim White and what he and that original team achieved, and the scale of that achievement, given where they came from, the legacy that they created that endures. But for me, personally, what I was equally, if not maybe even more inspired by, was the people themselves, the runners themselves, by their incredible endurance, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and their abiding belief in family and community and faith. And this sports story was a great way to illuminate all of those other things that aren't about sports, but are very much about American life. Disney wanted what I wanted, which was an authentic movie, a specific movie. Yes, an entertaining one and a moving one, but I think they realised, as I do, that the more authentic and specific you can be, the more universal you can become. And although this movie is about a tiny town in Central California, our hope is that it can speak to anybody, anywhere. It's something that I will never be able to profoundly appreciate, not being male, not being American, not participating in male American sports and that whole culture. But I'm very curious, and I can learn. And I knew when I was learning from Kevin, when he was talking about what it means to be a coach. And I said to him, and I think it was the first time I'd ever met him, I was sitting in his living room, and I said, look, I will never understand what it means to be a coach, but I understand what it means to be a director, and I think they're really similar. And I could see, we had an understanding.
It clicked right there.
And it kept clicking. I didn't know when I met him that he grew up in Visalia. So he knows the Central Valley, he knows the lives of those kids. And so I didn't have to help him into that journey, he was already there. He was not only an incredibly skilled and seasoned actor, but he's also an amazing director. He's an elegant guy, really, and a respectful guy. I mean, if I had been doing a horrible job, for sure, I'm sure he would have stepped in. But he was gracious enough to do his work, let me do my work. We worked collaboratively, and it was an amazing night for me. What I do, after about the third week of shooting, I bring a whole bunch of cut footage together and I show the crew and the cast. And so I felt a slight shift in Kevin where he was, okay, my instincts were right. She knows what she's doing. There's the evidence. And it was wonderful from that point to have him on my team, not just as an actor, and very generous one, but as a fellow director.